the Sig 220 10mm Elite. Isn't that a great gun? It's gorgeous. Look at those grips. It's beautiful. Night sights, even better, chambered in 10mm. Puts a world of hurt down range. It's a monster of a cartridge, and it does recoil a lot, but not bad. Very manageable. It does come single stack mag, 8 rounds, 1 in the chamber, steel frame on this, but it is expensive. It's a Sig Sauer, but if you like the 10mm, definitely check it out. Wow, that. The Sig 220 10mm. Very nice looking gun. Has a lot of character. Do a safety check for you guys. Empty. Really like the G10 Piranha grips. That really adds a lot of depth into the gun, I think. This, of course, is the two-tone Elite, stainless on black, of course. It does have the Sig Light night sights there. Accessory rail, 5-inch barrel. Got a little bit of beaver tail right here, just like 1911. And it is a Sig Sauer, one of the top end guns from Sig Sauer. And the 220 has been around a while. It's if you guys are familiar with Sig, the 220 was one of the first guns they ever made. And me personally, is actually 220 was one of the guns I grew up shooting as a kid, and 45 ACP. Now, it has the capacity is 8+1, so it's this about the same as a 1911. But here's a big difference between the 45 and the 10mm. There's a 10mm. There's a lot of horsepower in this cartridge. So if you're familiar with the 10 or the 40, I'll actually bring in the 45 for comparison for you guys, and then I'll bring in a 40. But here's a 45, and here's a 10mm. So they're about the same length. The difference is, this is the Hornady American Gunner. I think it's the 185 grain XTP. This is coming out of the muzzle at 970. Okay, and it's going to deliver. It doesn't have foot-pounds of energy, but so 970 feet per second. This is the Sig Elite's just full metal jacket. This is coming out at, let's see here, 1250, and delivering 624 foot-pounds of energy. It's a lot of energy coming downfield. Now, the 40 Smith & Wesson cartridge was derived from the 10mm, as you can see. It's a shorter 10mm. Same bullet weight, 180 grains. Difference is the average velocity of the 40 is not 1270. It's right around about 1,000 feet per second. So it's manageable. It's manageable to shoot the 40 Smith & Wesson. That's why law enforcement agencies went to it, because the 10mm is a snappy cartridge. There's a lot of whip to it. But that's going to bring me into the point of, why would you buy a 10mm? The 10mm, it comes in and fades out. This is my first 10mm, and it's cool. It's an awesome gun. It's an awesome cartridge. If I'm a police officer, am I going to opt to carry a 10mm? Glock has an offering. The Glock 20 gives you 15 rounds. One in the chamber for a total of 16 rounds. I'm gonna take the side of, it's not gonna be my first choice, carrying a 10mm for personal defense from law enforcement. It's just, it's a little bit I feel more comfortable carrying a 40 because I can manage the recoil better, get back on target quicker. Now, if I'm a hunter, now see, this is where, and I do hunt myself, this is where this gun, it's one of the reasons I bought this gun, is because if I'm in the woods, I have two options. Really, when it comes out to, I can carry a revolver, I can carry a semi-automatic. So, I want to be able to have a cartridge that delivers a lot of foot-pounds of energy to my target. So when we first think about that, okay, I'm in the woods. What am I going to come up against? Large game, probably bear or mountain lion. What will stop a bear? Well, they have a pretty thick hide, so I need something 357 Magnum or higher. So the 10 millimeter matches the ballistics of 357, but what I get now is a semi-automatic weapon with more round count, and I can get buffalo board hard cast for penetration. That's where the 10 millimeter shines. And right now, hog hunting is pretty big. I bet you could take this gun, do some hog hunting with it. Why not? Right? So, in terms of the offerings from other people for the 10 millimeter, you have some 1911s. They're going to have the same capacity. Single action only, of course, 1911. This is a double single action firearm. Decocker's right there. Of course, you can go in double action. Has kind of a pretty, it's rough take up, and then it will break pretty clean for you. Single action, good trigger pull, not bad at all. Sig states that the trigger pull in single action is right around 5 pounds. Pretty believable. I'd say that's true. Some of the things, I have a couple dislikes about it. It's very heavy. Okay, so if I'm in the woods, I'm hunting, I strap this to my hip, this is going to be kind of heavy. I would rather, this is where the Glock 20 is going to be better. It's going to be lighter and more capacity. That rolls into the second thing. Okay, I don't like the capacity that much, 8+1. You're like, well, man, why do you need more than 9 total rounds? Hey, I'm in the woods, I have a bear coming at me, I want all the rounds I can get. To be honest with you, you never know. Bears are tough. They have that fight instinct in them. They're going to keep coming at you. You know, they're not a freaking deer. They're not stupid. And the other two things I dislike is the price of 10 millimeter ammo and the price of the gun. This stuff is, gosh, $28 for box 50. And the gun, MSRP on this gun is $14.22. I paid a lot of money for it. But I really like it. It has a lot of character. It looks like it just looks good. It's a great looking gun. Compared to a Glock, Glocks are boring. They don't have any character. So, but my likes on the gun outweigh my dislikes. I like the 10 millimeter cartridge. I like it has night sights. It feels good. It's ergonomic. The grip is slim. It's perfect. I can access everything here with my thumbs. Like I said, I already talked about the character. Basically, the appearance of the gun is outstanding. As an accessory for a flashlight. The beaver tail is nice. It's very accurate. And it's reliable. I haven't had a jam yet. And I'll kind of roll some targets in for you. Shot. Let's see, I'll show you my unsupported targets. Let's see. Here is. Oh, what is this? No. Oh, I'm sorry. This is that Sig Elite ammo. That was me. Pulled it. 7 yards on that. We got some PPU jacket hollow points. Oh, not too bad. I'll show you some 5-round groups. Oh, here's arm score. Not bad. That was 7 feet. Again, pulled by me. I did that. Here's something I was messing. Don't look at the Scotch tape. I was messing around. This was more rest at 17 feet. I think I could have put them in right here a little bit more, but this is with that Sig Elite ammo. So not a bad shot group. It's accurate. I haven't had a Sig yet that hasn't been accurate, which is really, really nice. So that's kudos to Sig. So if you guys are looking for where's the 10 millimeter fit really in in the whole grand scheme of things. It's basically, and I'm going to keep this video pretty short so I don't bore you guys to death, but this gun is set up for home defense if you want to. It has night sights, has an accessory rail. Am I going to recommend a 10mm for home defense? Well, people use 357 Magnums for home defense, so why not use a 10, right? And there's a lot of home or offerings from Federal and Hornady and everything for self-defense ammo for the 10mm. So why not? Heck, I would. This gun's set up. It's great. It's right there. What you have to do is just load up with some hollow points, defense ammo, put in your nightstand. You're ready to rock and roll. Law enforcement use, if you want to, more power to you. You know, get rid of the revolver, step into the 10, get some more capacity going on. I would say in terms of law enforcement, guys that are like park rangers, Division of Wildlife, this is going to be more suited towards them, in my opinion, than your regular municipality or municipal cop. Sorry. So there's just food for thought on that. Military wise, again, sure. Heck, ballistic coefficient of a 357 Magnum, why not? But it's heavy, so and a lot of military guys, they're active. You can't pick your weapons anyways unless you're under the SF umbrella. So, and I'm sure 10mm. I don't even know if our military has 10mm in the arsenal. Don't know. Have no idea. One last thing, breakdown for you guys. SIGs are easy. Let's go over this. Safety check that. Make sure it's clear. Lock your slide to the rear. Pull that tab down, just like that. Take your spring out. Barrel comes out. Very, very easy. Take a look inside the pistol. Not too bad. As you can see, the slide sits all the way into this frame, which is really nice. 10mm does beat up guns a lot, so I'm glad to see Sig did that for extra basic construction on that. And then put it back together like I just did. Flip that up. Ready to go. Just like that. So quick and easy video. I wanted to do this. It's not going to be a normal like video because 10mm is going to break my bank bad. So I'm going to keep this one in the project. I hope. Maybe I'll sell it, maybe I won't. I don't know. It depends. But you might see this gun again down the road. I'm not sure I might do another video with it, but this is want to wrap up the review for you guys. This has taken me, gosh, I don't know, 4 months because I just can't afford to shoot 10mm that much. So if you guys are in the market for 10mm, check it out. And it's a good looking gun. It's a SIG. It's reliable. It's dependable. Price point's a little high in my opinion. But if you want a gun, especially a SIG, I would say this is a really cool gun to check out for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Oh, well, that's close.
I think it may have just